multiracial, multi-class movement to build justice and sustainability. And we work in Southern New England. We're composed of communities that decide to join Co-op Packet and form a local organizing council. And communities do that because they're interested in building community-owned green jobs, community-owned energy. We're a cooperative, so people put their equity in, and that equity is used to build things in local communities that people want to see. And as you might imagine, we're doing a lot of work building community-owned green jobs. We're launching 2 businesses this fall. One in Holyoke, Massachusetts. It's mostly a Latino community, and we're working with Nuestros Raíces and Nueva Esperanza, 2 nonprofits in the Holyoke area who serve the low-income folks there. And we've partnered with them to build an energy services company that will help take advantage of all of the stimulus funding that's coming in to upgrade the housing units in that community. And it's pretty exciting. We started the project in June. It's the shortest. I've been doing business development of energy businesses since '96. And this particular project is the fastest one I've ever worked on. It's been the most exciting just because the time is right. And in June, we sat and we wrote I wrote the business plan and financial projections for the business. In June, we submitted it to a Health and Human Services Economic Development Grant. We got $520,000 with that grant application. We wrote 3 more green jobs applications, got about $400,000 more money to do training. We started the training 6 months ago before the money came in because Co-op Power has a whole lot of volunteers that are really committed, to working on this. So we've been training 18 to 21-year-olds who are in the DYS system, training them in energy efficiency and solar hot water installation so that they can be junior crew members. We also have a whole network of employers in the Holyoke Springfield area, and we've placed 2 of those people already. It's kind of exciting. And it went from the training went from the first day I came in, and I had a lot of people who weren't making any eye contact, weren't really sure why they were in the room doing this efficiency training, weren't really sure what it was. And so I came in and I brought a styrofoam cup full, it was the only cup I could find, I'm sorry, but it was styrofoam, cup full of boiling water. And I put it in the middle of the room. I left everything else in the car. So I walked into the training room with just that cup of boiling water. And I said to the guys, I said, so what do you see? And they're like, really rolling their eyes now. This lady is completely out of her mind. I said, well, what do you see? Okay, it's hot water. Okay, what else do you see? Well, it's steaming. I said, okay, and I said, what if this was a cup of coffee and you wanted to have it in an hour and you wanted it to stay hot? What would you do? They're like, we put a cover on it. I said, well, okay, why don't you try that? See if that helps. So they found something in the room, a cover on it, and really totally clueless about what I'm talking about. And I said, well, a lot of what we're going to talk about is about keeping heat that's inside a building warm. So what I want you to do is make a small house for a cup of boiling water, and we're going to see which of you can keep that cup of boiling water hottest longest. Well, they were a little curious. Especially when I went to my car, I brought in these boxes full of foam and styrofoam and all kinds of things. And within about 10 minutes, all these guys are up there with the duct tape, cutting in their first boxes. And they tested them out. We took the water temperature every minute for 15 minutes. And the trainers, the other people running the program came in and said, what did you do? We haven't been able to get these guys to do anything. And here they are. They're so excited about making their boxes. But it's just fun to start where people are and make the connections. They did that exercise 3 times. The first time the boxes didn't have straight sides. The air leaks were everywhere. By the 3rd time, they were talking about convection, conduction, radiation, how heat moves, how you keep heat from moving, And if you go in and talk to them now, they'll give you a long explanation about why air sealing and insulation can help you save money in your home. And it started from them building, these boxes. This curriculum that we've written, this is the second time we've taught it now, and it's online. If anybody wants it, I'm glad to give you a link to it. But we're kind of excited about it. So probably 2 or 3 of the guys, of the 20 guys in this program, will work for this energy services company that we're building. And if we're lucky, maybe some of them will qualify for full crew members. A couple of them are really good. They had automotive experience, so they went in really understanding what was going on. So at Co-op Power, what we do is we help communities identify what the green job training needs are and what the community-owned business opportunities are, and then help them put that together. And we can do it in exchange for some equity for the Co-op Power members in your area, or we can just be a consultant and help them do that. But knowing how to be the entrepreneur and driving a business development process is a really valuable asset to have on your team if you're interested in having people own these things, own these assets in the long run, and not just be at the whim of investors, who are running the businesses to maximize their profit. So these are the kinds of businesses we're working on right now. Glad to answer more questions at another point. I'll turn it over to Lynn.